Yeah, he's like the 2K creative player.
He's incredible, man. Like I believe in 2045, everybody is gonna look like Victor. We got to get ready for this kid. You know, he's gonna be really good.
The league's really in trouble when he comes in. And I want to see how it plays out. And
We're gonna label him like this unicorn thing. Everybody's been a unicorn over the last few years, but he's more like an alien.
I'm voting for overpass. Overpass.
You are the only person that voted overpass.
Behold, the king of the
NBA.
For almost 3-4 years now, so I'm not surprised about his talent. I think he's different.
Went for 33 minutes. He said, well, yeah, it was a long time to play. It was also a long time for him on the bench as well. So
He's been in the NBA, but he's been in the league forever.
hey, now!
Because our first recognition of Victor was playing 2-on-2 with you. And you knew about Victor.
2024 is Victor Wembanyama drill.
Let's get to the flow of things. Who is it that you're going to take on first? You're going to say, okay, me and you shooting contest.
Okay, forget the skit for a second. I want to just talk to y'all about how insane Victor Wembanyama is if you don't understand how insane Victor Wembanyama actually is. He deserves every last bit of the hype he is getting right now because this is by far one of the most generational players we have ever seen coming into an NBA draft in the entirety of the NBA history. This man, at 18 years old, is putting up stats like these against players that he shouldn't even be playing against. In the G League, he would be playing against players better than if he were playing in the Big Ten or the SEC. And he's putting up, between 2 games, crazy stats like these. Between 2 games, keep this in mind, between 2 games, his 3-point percentage was 50%. Game 1, he shot 7 for 11. Game 2, he shot 2 for 7. His field goal percentage was 50%. In Game 1, he shot 11 for 20. And in Game 2, he shot 11 for 24. He shot 28 free throws, blocked 9 shots, only committed 3 turnovers, averaged 36.5 points per game with a total of 73 points, had 15 total rebounds, and he had a double-double in Game 2. He also did this playing against what a lot of people in the NBA right now are considering the number 2 projected pick in the 2023 draft, Scoot Henderson, who is also a stud, by the way. If you think these numbers don't show why Victor Wembanyama deserves the hype and why he's as good as he is, at 18 years old while playing in the EuroLeague, his true shooting percentage is 42.6%. In case you don't understand how insane that number is for an 18-year-old playing in the EuroLeague, if we compare him to a player similar to his playstyle, Dirk Nowitzki, who played an entire NBA career, 21 full years in the NBA, shot 57.7% true shooting percentage. We look at someone like Yao Ming, who he is also similar to in play style, widely considered one of the best centers of all time in the NBA, shot 59.5 or 60% true shooting percentage. Victor Wembanyama at 18 in the EuroLeague is shooting 42.6% true. That is unreal. That is absolutely unreal. Victor Wembanyama is insane. He deserves all the hype he's getting. That being said, there's 2 things I want to talk about Victor Wembanyama is kind of concerning for the NBA as a whole. Number 1, his height and weight. He's 7'2", 209 pounds. Historically speaking, players at this height and this weight have had really, really bad careers. One of the only exceptions to this rule is Yao Ming, who is 7'6" at 311 pounds, so a little bit on the heavier side. But we all know what happened to Yao Ming. Had a career-ending injury and had to stop playing in the NBA, playing at the peak of his career. Things like these things happen to players who are that tall and not as heavy for their height. So it is very concerning for Victor Wembanyama and one of the main reasons why I am scared for him. And number 2, the tanking situation going on with the NBA right now. When generational talent comes around like this, whether it's Victor Wembanyama or LeBron James or Kevin Durant, the NBA starts to make talk about, is a team going to purposely come out into the season and tank? You don't know what tanking means? Tanking is when a team comes out, knows that they're going to be bad, or thinks that they're going to be bad, and decides to not try in any of their games to purposely get a bad record so that they can get a high draft pick. When it comes to a general standpoint, tanking for the NBA draft is not entirely a great idea because the odds for your team getting a high draft pick or the #1 overall draft pick are just about the same odds as a team who is tied for the worst record in the league. So for example, the 3 teams with the worst records all have the same odds of getting the #1 overall pick at 14%. And then teams like the 5th and 6th worst records also have a high odds of getting a top draft pick at 9%. If you think about it, teams that end off with really bad records still end up getting really high draft picks and getting generational talent. For example, in the 2019 draft, the Grizzlies were in a 3-way tie for the 7th worst record and ended up getting Ja Morant. Plus, the odds of getting a high draft pick are so low that if you do come out and purposely tank, you either have to have a seriously strong backup plan for if the tank doesn't work because you didn't get the #1 overall draft pick or a high draft pick, or your team is just screwed for the future because you didn't get a good draft pick and now you're stuck with the team you have. Real quick before I end this video off, I've been really caught up with NFL and football videos, but I do want to start making more basketball videos eventually, which is why I'm uploading this video now. Because this is a sports channel and I want to talk about all things sports rather than just like football or just basketball. I'll do the same thing with football where I do NBA skits and my thoughts and all that stuff. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.